Law enforcers from the St. Andrew South Police Division are now in pursuit of a man after he reportedly killed one of his sisters and injured another on Denver Crescent in the parish on Wednesday, September 20. The deceased has been identified as Kenesha Royal of New Barnett Road, Maverly, Kingston 20. Reports from the Hunts Bay Police are that about 7 p.m. an argument developed among the three siblings over food items. The argument became physical and the brother reportedly stabbed his sisters multiple times. Both women were taken to hospital, where Royal was pronounced dead and the other sister was treated and released. Investigations continue into the development. A 13-year-old student has been taken into the custody of the St. James Police for questioning in connection with the stabbing death of her 19-year-old brother during a dispute they had at their home in the parish on Sunday. The deceased has been identified as 19-year-old unemployed, Noel Demetrius, of a Tucker, Irwin, St. James address. Reports are about 9 a.m., the now deceased and his sister had a dispute, during which a knife was brought into play. The 19-year-old was reportedly stabbed. He taken to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, CRH, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police detectives have charged the man who is suspected of fatally stabbing his sister at a house they shared in Content Gardens, Ocho Rios, St. and earlier this month. Norman Campbell, 45, was last week charged with the murder of 52-year-old pastor, Michelle Roach. Reports are that about 11:30 p.m. on Tuesday, October 4, Roach was at her premises in Content Gardens when she noticed that the lights to the outside of her house were turned off. Police said the religious leader went to make some checks and that was when she was attacked and stabbed several times and her throat was slashed. The injured woman was taken to hospital, where she was pronounced dead. Campbell was fingered as the attacker and he was arrested, and has subsequently been charged. A court date for the accused is being finalized, the police said. More news and details. Rescue workers were searching for more than 100 people on Thursday after flash floods triggered by a sudden heavy rainfall swamped several towns in northeastern India, killing at least 14 people, officials said. More than 2,000 people were rescued after Wednesday's floods, the Sikkim State Disaster Management Authority said in a statement, adding that state authorities set up 26 relief camps for more than 22,000 people impacted by the floods. The Press Trust of India news agency reported that 102 people were missing and cited state government officials saying 14 people died in the floods. Among the missing were 22 army soldiers, officials said. One soldier who had been reported missing on Wednesday was later rescued by authorities, local media reported. Some army camps and vehicles were submerged under mud following the floods. 11 bridges were washed away by the floodwaters, which also hit pipelines and damaged or destroyed more than 270 houses in 4 districts, officials said. The flooding occurred along the Teesta River in the Lakan Valley in Sikkim State and was worsened when parts of a dam were washed away. Advertisement. Several towns, including Dikshu and Rangpa in the Teesta Basin, were flooded, and schools in 4 districts were ordered shut until Sunday, the state's education department said. Parts of a highway that links Sikkim, the state capital, with the rest of the country were washed away. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's office said in a statement that the government would support state authorities in the aftermath of the flooding. The flooding was caused by cloudbursts, sudden, very heavy rains, which are defined as when more than 10 centimeters, 3.9 inches, of rainfall occurs within 10 square kilometers, 3.8 square miles, within an hour. Cloudbursts can cause intense flooding and landslides affecting thousands of people. The mountainous Himalayan region where Sikkim is located has seen heavy monsoon rains this season. Nearly 50 people died in flash floods and landslides in August in nearby Himachal Pradesh state. Record rains in July killed more than 100 people over 2 weeks in northern India, as roads were waterlogged and homes collapsed. Disasters caused by landslides and floods are common in India's Himalayan region during the June-September monsoon season. Scientists say they are becoming more frequent as global warming contributes to the melting of glaciers there. This is, incredibly sadly, another classic case of a cascading hazard chain that amplifies as you go downstream, said Jacob Steiner, a climate scientist with the International Center for Integrated Mountain Development, commenting on Wednesday's flash flooding. Earlier this year, Steiner's organization published a report saying that Himalayan glaciers could lose 80% of their volume if global